Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to review a keyboard and mouse combo from Dell. So the model number is KM5221W. This is a keyboard and mouse combo from Dell. So now we are going to unbox this keyboard and mouse setup and review this product. So here you can see they have the Dell branding over here. The details of the product are mentioned over here. So this product is priced at 6,000 rupees. The MRP is mentioned as 6,000 rupees, but you can get this setup over Flipkart or Amazon around about 3,000 rupees. So let's open this product. So I'll open the packing over here. So here we have this sticker. So let me open this setup. So here you can see we have another box from Dell which includes the keyboard and mouse setup over here. You can see. So let me open this box. Here we have this details mentioned over here. I need to open this setup. So here you can see we have the keyboard and mouse. The mouse is placed over here. This is our mouse, and here is our keyboard at the bottom of the box. The box contains some user manual details over here, the warranty and guarantee details, and the product guide how to operate the product. So these are battery operated keyboard and mouse combo. So this manual has the details how you can use the adapter, how you can use the battery, how you can mount the battery. So all this detail is mentioned into this manual. So we keep this aside. So if you can see, this is a very slim mouse over here. The design is very aesthetic over here. The scroller is also weird. If you can hold this mouse, it fits very smoothly into your hand, and the keys are very smooth. If you can see here, you can mount the battery over here. If you can hold this parts gets removed, and here is the place where you can mount your battery. So this mouse requires a single A type of a battery which you need to mount over here. So if you can see over here, you can place the battery over here. So this is where the battery gets placed. This is the USB adapter. So here we have they have provided the adapter place to keep the adapter. This is the adapter. So we have a single adapter for keyboard and mouse over here. So if you can see here, so now so as we have entered the battery, so now we can close this setup. So this lid, so our mouse is ready. So we have a on off button over here. If you can see, on off button is here for the mouse. This is on. You get an indicator over here when you on this mouse, and we have a off button over here. So I will keep this. So now we are going to review the keyboard over here. So this is a very smooth design keyboard over here. If you can see, we have a numpad dialer over here. So all these numpad details are there. These buttons are very smooth. They operate very smoothly. You get a premium feeling using this keyboard and mouse. We have various function buttons over here. Mute button is there, volume up down button is there, back button is there, play pause button is there, next button is there. We also have a lock button over here. So this lock button locks your system. Also we have print screen button over here, scroll lock is there, and a separate calculator button is here. So when you press this calculator, you get directly calculator opened on your laptop. So this is a very smooth design keyboard. If you can see here we have the hinges to adjust the height of the keyboard. So these are height adjustment hinges we have in this keyboard. Next, this is the place where you need to mount your batteries. So this keyboard requires two AAA size batteries. So here you can see, so we require AAA size battery over here. You need to mount the two batteries over here. Let me mount these batteries, one above the other. So this is how you mount the battery, and then I close this panel over here. Here we have the on off button for the keyboard, where you can see on off. We have this socket over here. On off buttons are here. So this is the keyboard. So now let's connect this keyboard mouse setup to our laptop, and let's see how this setup works. Thank you. So welcome back. So now we are at my laptop setup, and I have our wireless Dell keyboard and mouse combo over here. And now we have this USB adapter which we had saw earlier. So this is our USB adapter for this wireless keyboard and mouse. So we have a single adapter over here. So I'm going to mount this socket into our USB plug over here. So now I've plugged this. So now we need to on this keyboard and mouse. So here you can see we have a button over. I will switch this button to on. And on our keyboard also we have our button, on off button. So I need to switch this to on. So after switching this to on, you can see our keyboard has started working over here. Our mouse is also working over here. So if I type it over here, you can see our so you can see our keyboard and mouse are both working over here. If I switch to other tab, here you can see we have our functions button over here. So if I click on play pause, you can see our video start playing. So our volume down up button, those works. We have a mute button over here. So this mute button also works here. So there are various functions keys provided over this keyboard, which are very helpful for your operation. Here you can see we have this calculator button over here, so which immediately opens the calculator. So here you can see this keyboard and mouse connectivity is very fast over here. You can see immediately I off it, it doesn't work. Immediately I on this, here the keyboard and mouse setup is both working over here. So this both setup has a very good connectivity, and the feel over this working over this keyboard and mouse setup is very premium, which will improve your productivity over time and make you feel much better working with this keyboard and mouse setup. So hope you find this review very helpful, and you may have a good day. Thank you.